Oh yeah, we live. Find that sweet spot. Yeah, tell me again, baby. What's up? What's up out there? What's going on? Good morning. Good morning to y'all. Let me check this audio one time real quick. Real quick. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this fine Tuesday morning edition of BS with Hannas. I'm the host, Nikki Hannas. That's me. Some heavy blues metal. You just heard a little bit. That's my song, I Done Wrong. Tell me again every other thing I done wrong. I'll tell you first right here, dude. But that's okay. That's all good. Heavy blues metal. You can hear it correctly at nickybhannas.com, nickybhannas.bandcamp.com, Nicky P. Hannas on all streaming services. Let me check this audio. Am I live? Am I live? Come on. Come on. I got to check. Live. Yeah, baby. We cool. I'm always scared about that. But fortune smiles on me today. Welcome to the BS with Hannas little morning podcast, my little morning show. I like to get up and I like to take a long walk. I like to read a little bit, talk to the people. Got to go sling some weights around, go to work. I got a big ass. The people want some glizzies. I say glizzy sometimes. People that are not from the Philadelphia area don't know what a glizzy is. Glizzy is a hot dog typically sold for $1. We got a big old glizzy delivery today, so I got to get to it. But anyway, that's okay. What the fuck am I talking about today? What are we looking at today? Yesterday, I was talking about the uprisings or otherwise negative fucking events going on in our motherfucking country. And apparently there's protests all over the place now. That's okay. We can put our attention there if we want to. Get wrapped up and revved up in the rah, burn it down fucking cycle and the cyclical nature of all this shit. I'm trying not to. I don't like the stuff, but I do have a proclivity to watch the news and scroll away and fucking, can you see what happened next? So I'm checking my motherfucking self, dude. So what are we looking at? I got some new music coming out pretty fucking soon. I got 2 new EPs that I'm hoping to release them on the same day. One's an acoustic project, some acoustic blues. Another one's an instrumental, high voltage rock and roll, fucking just ripper. 3 tracks, just fucking full volume, full send in that shit. And that's more what I'm looking at today, dude. You know, trying not to look out. This is an exercise in stoicism when the news cycle picks up. You know, how swayed are we going to be by what we observe around us and what demands our attention, what grabs us, what fucking demands that we look at it and give it our energy. Can't be doing that. Maybe I'm selfish. Maybe I'm an asshole. I think it's more aligned to be concerned about myself and my immediate surroundings and my immediate projects and my immediate endeavors than things I can't do nothing the fuck about. But that's just me. And as I think about that, you know, a note that I just have on my own self, it's like, you know, I'm trying to do the right thing every day. It starts there, you know, but I get kind of torn between wanting more out of life and then the idea of being content. You know, that's something I don't want to say struggle with, but I'm pensive about. You know, there's a lot more that I want in life. I want more abundance. I want more things. Admittedly, I do like things. You know, I buy books just to fucking have a shit ton of books. I got more guitars than I play by a lot. I got a whole shit ton of CDs and artifacts of music and culture, things that I like just because I like them. And I don't think I need to justify that to nobody. In an ideal world, you know what I mean? I want like a fucking room, just a library, bro. All nice. My whole studio room will be killer in like a fucking mansion with a moat and an armory. You know what I'm saying? Like big ass garden and shit. Shit, if I had my choice, I'd have a fucking big castle wall around the motherfucker. Now that's insane and untenable to some, but a man can dream, right? You know? But it's like, how do I work towards that? I guess is the best way to look at. But then it's like, you know, do I need to work towards that? Is there a more virtuous thing to work towards than just having stuff, just owning property, just having more? What's that fine line? You know, like as someone who's never really had tremendous unmitigated material success, what's that look like? power and battery. I'm running low on battery on my laptop. Are you fucking crazy? That's okay. I don't have much today anyway, you know what I mean? But that's something I think about. Like, it's super important to be grateful for what we have. And to those that have, more shall be added. To those that have not, more shall be taken away. Things I think about. And if I can't exist with what I have and be happy and grateful and loving of it, then I'm never going to be present. Then I'm only ever projecting future, future, future. So again, what's that fine line of looking out for your future self? What's that? Like, you're supposed to fucking plant and think long term. Gardens, the metaphorical garden doesn't spring up overnight. So where's it go? I don't know. These are things that I was pondering as I was walking today. You know what I mean? Because my life is, this is what I do. I wake up, walk, talk, ponder, lift, go to work. And then when I go to work, I'm like unduly stressed out. So I struggle with the gratitude thing and being present thing and being grateful thing, enjoying the moment. I struggle with that on the daily because I'm just bombarded by fucking stressors. And as I was reading the book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff yesterday, I was talking about other shit, so I didn't get to this. But the chapter was an interesting one, the little section. The theme of it was to lower your stress tolerance, which is massively counterintuitive to who I am, to whatever version of me I tell myself, to the story of myself that I operate with and that I guess take pride in at some level. And, pride cometh before the fall. So I got to check that prideful bullshit out too. These are all related ideas. And they're super heady. They're super interesting, super cerebral. So I find them captivating. But at what point am I just spinning wheels instead of, I don't know, employing them usefully, I guess? I think that might be the dilemma that I'm working through. But this is the nature of being with me in the mornings on this fucking fine Tuesday morning. BS with Hannas. What up? That's the nature of this. I got no problem airing that out to, I got 2 people in the chat. Y'all are real ones. Appreciate you. One love. Lower your tolerance to stress. Interesting. My understanding is that a high stress tolerance lends itself to a tougher demeanor. A high stress tolerance seems to be a necessity, but maybe that's just a learned experience of my life, of my experiences. It just seems like I'm going to lower my stress tolerance. It sounds weak to me. What? You can't tolerate stress? That's a deficiency. But is it? Because I don't know. There's also a lot of power in saying no. That's the real power right there. If someone's demanding your fucking time or attention, or, they're just demanding of you, and you just say, nah, bull, I'm good. Don't care. That's like real power. And if that proverbial other person is demanding me and my energies, which puts me in a position of stress, then I just say, no, I'm not tolerating this. I don't know. Counterintuitively, maybe that's like a fucking superpower to just not comply. Nah, I'm cool, man. You can have that. Don't care. Not engaging. Not playing. Taking my ball and going the fuck home. Yeah, I don't know. It's something like that. One of the things that the author, Richard Carlson, that's who it is. Dr. Richard Carlson, his book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. One of the things in this section that I thought it stuck out to me was that our current level of stress will always be exactly that of our tolerance of stress. Perfectly in ratio. Now that seems like powerful. That's a powerful idea. I bet that's true. There's just like some kind of cosmic power that just the law of, I guess, matching energies. If you're highly tolerant of stress will find you. And if you're just not tolerant of that bullshit, it almost acts like a force field. It almost acts like a rejecting mechanism. That sounds like new agey and like the fucking manifesting, and it sounds like something out of Neville Goddard. That sounds like something out of fucking James Allen to me. So it must speak to a bigger force. So even if I'm reading this and it sounds counterintuitive and fucking hokey and garbage, that's my high stress, fucking tensed up demeanor that instinctively is reacting to that. So maybe that's something I got to put in my pocket and ponder on my walks in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And then, figure it out. It's real easy to say I'm going to live a low stress day until here comes the stress, just like an attitude. Real easy to have a good attitude till you need a good attitude. And these are just things that I talk about a lot. It's real easy to be a critical thinker until you got to critically fucking think about something. So, these are my morning meanderings of the mind. Anyway, let's go to my readings. Dude, that stuck out to me today. Let's go to Mr. Ryan Holiday, the Daily Stoic. What we got this morning? June 10th. You can do it. You can do it. We got a quote from Marcus Aurelius. If you find something very difficult to achieve yourself, don't imagine it impossible. For anything possible and proper for another person can be achieved as easily by you. Fucking A. Real easy to gotta go do it though. And I'm too stressed out to go do it. Yep. What do you say, Ryan Holiday? There are two kinds of people in this world. The first looks at others who have accomplished things and thinks, why them? Why not me? The other looks at those same people and thinks, if they can do it, why can't I? Yes, sir. My whole life I've been the first person. Must be nice. Sounds like it's real easy from over there. That's a shitty attitude. Simple as that. Thank you for the insight today, Mr. Ryan Holiday and Marcus Aurelius. And now to end this motherfucker so I can go pump my arms up and do some bicep curls and tricep extensions and shit. Get a little more fucking jacked up out here. We're going to end on a positive note quickly under the 15-minute mark today. Well, we got Dr. Vincent Norman Peale, Positive Thinking Every Day, June 10th. Thinking positively about your abilities tends to release positive mental forces that produce effective action. Fucking hey. Let's release some mental action today, baby, and fucking get after it. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Nikki B. Hannas. This is the BS with B. Hannas. Good morning, B. Hannas show. Find it on YouTube, BS with B. Hannas. I'm going live on YouTube in the mornings typically. Thankfully, my audio worked today. Hell yeah. You can find this on Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, Amazon Audible, iHeartRadio. Anywhere else? Not too sure. Maybe I'll start going live on Twitter. Nah, fuck that. You can find the music, NikkiBHannas.com. Heavy blues, motherfucking metal. NikkiBHannas.com, NikkiBHannas.bandcamp.com, Nikki B. Hannas on all streaming services. Let's check it out. I done wrong. Peace. Keep it real.